Welcome to another lesson in math. This is taken from the paper that was written on 7th July 2016. And this is the question on angles and parallel lines. Okay, and transversal cutting two parallel lines. Okay, if you'd like more lessons like this one, feel free to contact us on the numbers highlighted in green. So this was the question. It was question number 9 in this paper. And it reads, in the diagram below, MP is equal to 13. Okay, so you can see MP there, M to P, and that's a distance. And QR is equal to 6 kilometers. Okay, and so MP was 13 kilometers, QR is 6 kilometers, and MR is equal to 24 kilometers, and MR is parallel and equal to TQ. So you see TQ there. Okay, these two lines are parallel and it's shown by these two arrows. Whenever you see the arrows pointed in two directions, it means the two lines are parallel, they run in the same direction, okay, and maintaining the distance between them even as they run towards that direction. So these two lines are equal and parallel. And PMR, this means an angle, that symbol on top means, which looks like a roof symbol. It means the angle is on M from P to M to R, meaning M will be the elbow of that angle where the angle is positioned. So PMR, which is this angle shown by that box, that means it's at 90 degrees, is equal to QRM, angle QRM, this angle here, which is the elbow there, the angle described. It's also 90 degrees. So both angles are equal to 90 degrees. And TPQ, the angle TPQ. So the middle letter where this symbol is, represents the elbow where the angle is positioned. So it's located. That is 75 on P. Okay, it's 75 degrees. Yeah. The question says find PQT, angle PQT. So meaning the elbow will be on Q. Okay, the elbow will be on Q or the angle will be on Q. So PQT, that's the angle you're looking for. The best way to understand this is for a transversal, corresponding angles are equal, meaning angles found on the same position. So this one, if this one is a 90, even there you expect it to be 90. PTQ. This angle will also be 90 here to be a box. So it means if this is 90, you understand, you take MP to be a transversal. This will be 90 since it's cutting two parallel lines. This will be a 90. And if this is 90, angles in a triangle add up to 180. Think about it like that. This we'll be looking at this triangle. So we have two angles that are known, 75 and this 90. So we just don't know the other angle, the other side. Okay, we just don't know the other angle, which are looking for PQT. And to go on to answer this one, we're saying PQT is equal to 90 minus TPQ. Why 90? Why subtracting from 90? It's because we already know that this is a 90 here. So it means the other two angles should also add up to 90 because we know that 90 plus 90 gives 180. Another way to do this would have just said add all the three angles, 75 plus 90 plus the missing angle, and equate everything to 180. I think that's the usual and preferred method, but I've used the 90, okay, because the other two also should add up to 90 to give us a total of 180 in the triangle. So 90 minus 75 is equal to 15. And remember in paper 1, we are more interested in the answer. So the method you use, it's up to you. Use one of the methods that you know. Okay, so use all your skills, the skills you know, to come up with the answer. Yeah, and of course these are the methods. Obviously, are following known rules of mathematical rules. So we've come up with that. It's 15. That's PQT. I've got PQT. Then finding the other question says, find the length PQ. Okay, the length PQ, that length there. So the best way we can find this length is by using the theorem called Pythagoras. Okay, Pythagoras theorem to find this, because we know that this is a 90 degrees 90 degrees angle, or meaning this makes it a right angled triangle. Means we can apply the Pythagoras theorem, which works only with right angled triangles. So PQ will be our hypotenuse. Okay, and then the two sides that are adjacent or next to the angle, okay, or that intersect at the angle, will be PT and TQ. So for you to find PT, you have to subtract. Remember, these two lines are parallel, so this distance TM is the same as QR, which is 6 kilometers. Subtract 6 kilometers from 13, it will give you this distance, which will be 7 kilometers. So meaning you have the two sides, this one and this one is parallel to this one, and they have the same length, which is 24. MR will be the same length, which will be 24. Yeah, you've been told that MR is parallel and equal to TQ. So this will also be 24. So 24, 7. We just don't know the other side. So okay, calculate using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so we've redrawn it. So TP is the same as 13 minus 6 in distance, which is 7. And then your TQ is 24. It's already known. Okay, so TP 13 minus 6 is equal to 7 kilometers. Then using Pythagoras theorem, we know that PQ squared, the distance PQ squared, will be equal to TP squared plus the TQ squared. I wrote O there, but it's supposed to be Q. So we just replace with the values or substitute the values or plug in the values. So PQ squared is equal to 7 squared plus 24 squared. Okay, then we work out 7 squared is 49. So you need to know your multiplication table very well. Okay, and your squares, perfect squares. You need to know your perfect squares, meaning when you square this number, multiply a number by itself, what would be the answer when you multiply 7 times 7, 9 times 9, 8 times 8, 12 times 12. You need to know those, at least up to 30, I would say. Mostly these standard numbers like 20, 10, 15, yes. Yeah, nonetheless, if you don't know, just work it out, multiply and find out what it is quickly. Do it quickly and multiply. But at least from experience, you will know most of these. Like 13 is 169, for 12 is 144, yeah, for 25, 625. Yeah, I should know those standard perfect numbers. For 20, it's 400. Yeah, so when you add these two, it gives us 625, and the root or square root of 625 is 25 kilometers. By the way, this is more of social arithmetic in that we only pick positive answers. Okay, we only pick positive answers because remember, a square root always gives you two answers, plus and the minus. You normally do that when calculating for a quadratic equation. But since we're dealing with distance, most real life situations want a positive answer. So we only pick the positive root, which is 25, positive 25 kilometers. That is your PQ. Okay, and you present your answers like that. Okay, and put them there. Then you get the full marks, which is 3 marks for this question. I've come to the end of this question. Hope you've learned something. Or maybe this is more yeah, angles combined with Pythagoras theorem, which is a bit of mensuration as well. Okay, all the best in your studies, and if you'd like more lessons like this one, feel free to contact us on the numbers highlighted in green.